At the confluence of the three rivers is Acrisure Stadium. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. It's the North Carolina Tar Heels and the Pittsburgh Panthers. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Hey guys, Pitt's head coach told me before the game he is taking a 1-0 approach. Even though this team is on a 5-game winning streak and they have an unranked opponent coming into town today, he said all we have to do is keep going 1-0 all year long. If we keep a week-by-week focus, we'll look up and be in the college football playoff. That was his message to the team before this game. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Tar Heels headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Pittsburgh's offense onto the field for the first possession of the game. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Finds a man in the middle. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Pulls it in with one hand.
Well, that's about as impressive as a short gainer catch as you're ever going to see. I mean, didn't get the first, didn't go very far downfield, but it was pretty looking. Got it with one hand. I mean, I guess there's that.
Now facing a 3rd and long. We'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes one man miss. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, in the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow, the confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal, the rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad. And it looked like for a second, man, he was going to take that all the way. He was going to score, broke some tackles, made the play, down inside the 5. He finally gets wrapped up. Now this offense set up with a 1st and goal situation.
The Panthers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll run the option. Touchdown, Panthers. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here comes the sophomore running back. He is a steady, reliable, consistent force in this attack.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level, they can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns it. Like, he's just got that extra gear that's different, that scares you. You can tell people are trying to play so fast to try to catch up. So, number one job for this defense, man, try to make him play in a phone booth, right? Like, don't let him get out in space and get...
Finding some room. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He's got the back in the middle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you...
Oh, he's got some space. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
The sure hands, it's Ship. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Tar Heels, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. He leaves it with the back. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Just feeds the running back. Powers through the defender. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And the Tar Heels pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. A very productive play on first down has now set us up with his 2nd and goal. The play action fake. It's complete to the left. Touchdown Tar Heels. Put 6 on the board. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he tacks on the extra point. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Ruiz. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. With the catch, it's Yates. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Motion from the wideout. Oh, what a cut! Snags it and he's open. Inside the touchdown, Panther! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. And there he goes. Quick step and go. Touchdown, Panther! Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time.
And kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on it, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Finds his man. It's Ship. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Leaves it with the back. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. The Tar Heels kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. Here's a little room there. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off play action on 1st down. Makes a catch.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chains. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're stubborn with this running game in the red zone. And the Tar Heels will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time.
Got it! They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, UNC! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Kent. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. The give to the left side. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
That's just a really nice job by the running back making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He's going to fire deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Pitt! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He spins that thing down the middle. Pulls it in down the sideline. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. Last completion got them a 1st down. Let's see what they do now. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the 1st option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Yeah, that That is a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Pitt calls it second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Pittsburgh sideline, the quarterback has done a terrific job here today, guys. Over 150 yards passing, but they have yet to answer on the ground. They want to keep this defense guessing, not get predictable in their play calls. That means they've got to get better on the line of scrimmage and get that run game alive here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Backed up now, here's second and long. Trying play action. Grab behind the line, it's Turner. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels, that'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. North Carolina will call it second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Quarterback may change this route. He'll start this drive firing. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the catch. It's Thurman. The Tar Heels come to the line in the hurry-up.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Ship. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Moving out to the right. Breaks into the open. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. He just wisely got rid of that when the worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. Looking for more room. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. And the Panthers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got his man. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Fires on the move. And that is incomplete. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on third down. And the Tar Heels line up to punt it away. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. Slips through the line. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Pittsburgh sends out the offense to start this drive. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. Everything in the playbook is open to me.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Pitt will have to boot this one away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Way back close to his end zone as he makes the catch. Makes a move. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got his man on the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Tar Heels peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. He's got his man. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Might have a chance. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, North Carolina!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the right. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Oof. That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So after that false start, now dealing with 2nd and 15. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Fires downfield. Snagged in the middle. It's Hicks. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
They'll try to run for it. Maybe a crease. The 30, the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer,
Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Right, here we go.
On first down, here comes this offense.
Here we go. Ready, go.
This time he wants to throw. Got a man, it's Ship. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Fighting off the defender. Got enough for the first. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Tar Heels are rolling down the field. To the air on first down. Stepping to the right. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Thurman. And they're able to get him down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Panthers. Took it all the way back to the house. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Wants to throw on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak, the ball's not hitting the ground, and right there they decide we are...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Looking for a deep man. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. That's caught. It's Ship. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. On target over the middle. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll try to open And the quarterback cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Looking to throw. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. At the end of that last play, there is a Tar Heel down on the field and shaken up. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Sets up the screen. Touchdown, Tar Heels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. They get to him as he throws. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Caught behind the line. It's Hicks. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He's got great speed. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Fires to the big fella.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Bounced off his feet.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Plenty of options here, run or pass on 3rd down right around midfield. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, the good news is you got the 1st down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Quickly complete. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Tar Heels will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. He's looking to pass. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. He's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
In that 2nd down play, the defense, I think, was expecting pass. So you saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
a missed connection on third down. At the end of that last play, there is a Tar Heel down on the field and shaken up. Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure three here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. To the air, it's O'Neal. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
And, man, when I was in school, man, you didn't really work on fourth down. Like, third down was a big priority. Nowadays, so many people go for it. This is the second time they've gone for it already. First time they were successful, but defense prepared, ready to rock and roll. They make the play, and they get the turnover.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. It's York. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The Tar Heels want to pick up the tempo.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And the Tar Heels can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the...
Going for it all. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Brought down at the 17 as he brought it all the way back inside the 20 after the pick. Now, after the interception, there is a man who's still down on the field. Trainers out evaluating this junior safety. We'll let you know his condition. Holly keeping an eye on all of the injuries for us. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Timeout called by the defense, 2:09 remaining on the clock.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Turner. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. They'll move the tight end. The give as they work on that clock. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. Right back to the well. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. With a minute 52 seconds left, the defense will use a timeout trying to get the football back.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
He'll be stopped right at the 40-yard line, and do they dare try to convert from their own territory on fourth down? Pitt will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Not a lot of room to make this catch. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Makes the grab. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with...
He's looking deep. And the deep shot was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's get the call. A penalty on the play, and it looks like offensive pass interference. Now on second down. Looking to fire. He's taking a deep shot. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Goes to the knee, and that will wrap it up, and their magical season continues. They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibility...